First things first is I'm a realist. And in this video today, I'm going to show you how to find your customer. Not a customer, not literally, not just a customer, your customer. And listen to me, there's a big difference. And if you don't know the difference, it's probably the reason why your business ain't growing, or it's probably the reason why you ain't getting customers. And as a matter of fact, I know it's one of the biggest reasons entrepreneurs and business owners fail. And that's because they don't know their ideal customer. They don't know who their target audience is. They don't know who their people are. And because they don't know who their ideal customer is, they end up spending tons of money on advertising to see little to no return, or entrepreneurs or business owners end up creating lots of content, spending lots of time and energy on creating content that gets little to no engagement whatsoever. Let me let you in on a little secret. Whatever product or service you are selling, this is gonna shock you, but it ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. Let me ask you a question. Do you think everyone in the world, listen to me, do you think everyone in the world likes coffee? Let me help you. No, no, they don't. And if everyone in the world doesn't like coffee, if you spend all your time and energy and marketing dollars on trying to persuade people who don't like coffee to buy coffee, don't you think that might be a waste of money on your part? Unfortunately, this is what most entrepreneurs and businesses do. They make the mistake of thinking everyone is their customer, that everyone is a part of their target audience, that everyone are their people, and not everybody is for you. Listen to me. Not everyone can be your customer because not everybody likes the same thing. We are human beings. We all like stuff. We all like different stuff. No one person likes everything that everybody else likes. No, we all like something different. You see Nike ads because you like Nike. You're interested in that brand. You're interested in that message. You're interested in their design, their fashion, in some shape or form. I hope you don't think you see Nike ads by accident. I really hope you don't think you see Nike ads by accident, because you don't. You see Nike ads because you are a customer of Nikes, or are you are most likely to become a customer of Nikes. Why come you don't see ads on Hermes running shoes, or Louis Vuitton running shoes, or any other luxury brand running shoes? How come you don't see ads for that? That's because you're not a customer. And if you are seeing ads for those brands I just named, then you are a customer of theirs, or you are most likely to become one. But of all the advertising you see is because you either are a customer of that brand, or you're most likely to become a customer of that brand. Let me ask you a question. You know why you don't see Ferrari advertising? It's not because Ferrari doesn't advertise. It's just that they might not advertise to you. But they advertise it. They do advertise it. They just doesn't advertise on the platforms or the places where you are. But they do advertising. Most of the ads you see of any successful brand is because you are a customer of that brand, or you most likely to become a customer of that brand. That's why you see that brand pop up on your feed, pop up on your television, or wherever you consume media. It's because you are a customer of that brand, or most likely to become one. Nike and Ferrari are successful businesses is because they know who their customers are. They know their people. They know the people they're trying to attract. They know the people they want to engage with. They understand that it's not about chasing the crowd or going after the crowd. They understand it's about attracting the right people. And when you nail this down as an entrepreneur or business owner, everything in business just becomes easier. The game of business becomes easier. Everything you communicate, because everything becomes easier, because everything that you communicate becomes more effective. It's more efficient. When you're talking to the right people and they need the right thing at the right time, guess what happens? Do I need to say it? But when you nail down finding who your ideal customer is, everything becomes easier. Getting more customers becomes easier. Making money becomes easier. Everything literally becomes easier. And you won't just see a small uptick in business. You won't see a small when you get this right, you won't see just a small uptick in your business. I'm not talking about just some little small change. No, I'm not I'm talking about extraordinary growth. Not just a couple more sales or a couple more dollars here, not just a 10% bump in revenue. No, I'm talking about major growth, a game changing leap forward that can literally 10x your business, which will probably 10x your life. I know it did for me and my wife when we learned that it wasn't about working harder, but when we learned that it was about doing the right thing with the right people, our life changed. So it's time you stop wasting energy on the wrong audience. It's time that you stop wasting energy on talking to the wrong people. It's time you stop wasting energy on people who are not your people. Instead, it's time to hone in on the right people, your people. So if you're serious about scaling your business and avoiding costly mistakes, then God placed you in the right place. Let me say it again. If you are serious about scaling your business, or are you just starting a business and want to grow it and you want to avoid costly mistakes, then God has placed you in the right place. So pull out your pen and your paper or whatever you use to take notes, because I'm about to show you how to stop wasting energy talking to the people who are not likely to buy from you. And instead, I'm going to show you how to start focusing on the people who are who will buy from you, who are most likely to buy from you. If I had known this 10 years ago, it would have saved me and my wife millions of dollars. Millions of dollars in advertising, because I would have not been spending money on talking to the wrong people. I would have been spending money on talking to the right people, which would have made me millions or more on the millions that we spend on advertising. But before we dig further into this, I need you to do me a favor real quick. Hey, would you hand me a copy of my book? Would you hand me? Thank you. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to don't forget to go get you a copy of the Strategic Player, especially if you want to learn how to succeed in this game called business. Thank you. But back to the regular scheduled program. Look, there's always going to be a group that there's always going to be a group of people that you just click with more, that you just vibe with more on a different level. We all have certain types of people we just click with more. People who get us, who we just vibe with more. And it's natural. And it's literally just natural. Think about it. If you are a Kanye fan, don't you vibe more with Kanye fans? If you're a Nicki Minaj fan, don't you vibe more with the Barbs? If you're a Beyonce fan, don't you vibe more with the people who are part of the Beehive? If you're a Tom Brady fan, don't you vibe more with other Tom Brady fans? Or if you're a LeBron fan, don't you just vibe more with LeBron fans? Do you know why you vibe more with the people you like? It's because y'all all have something similar in common. Y'all have something similar in common. That's why you vibe with these people more. That's why it's easier to talk to these people more. So why not lean into this as an entrepreneur and as a business owner? There's a segment of the market that needs you to solve their problems and would love to connect with you in your brand. There's a part of the market that would truly value what you do. Literally, there's a part of the market that literally sees your worth, sees who you are. There's a part of the market that will gladly pay you more for your expertise and your product than anyone else because they just gel with you more. They just get you and you get them. And it's time for you to find your tribe of people, your ideal customer, your target audience. And I'm here to help you do just that by teaching you what they call in marketing segmenting. Yes, segmenting. And segmenting comes from the root word segment. And segment just means each of the parts into which something is divided or may be divided from the whole. In other words, I could explain it. In other words, let's say take a pack of Skittles or M&Ms, right? Let's say you got a pack of M&Ms. My favorite, I like M&Ms. But let's say you got a pack of M&Ms, and then that pack of M&Ms is the whole. The whole is the pack of M&Ms. But within that pack of M&Ms, you have different colors. What you have red, blue, yellow, orange, and green, right? These are the colors you have. So for you to begin segmenting from the whole, which would be you putting the green with the green, the yellow with the yellow, the orange with the orange, the red with the red, right? This you putting them, you're dividing them according to their similarities, right? You're dividing them into groups according to their similarities. You put the red with the red, the green with the green, etc., and etc., right? So this is what segmenting means in some sorts. Let's say even the United States, right? We live on this large piece of land, but this large piece of land has what? 52 is divided into what? 52, 54 states. I don't know how many states there are now. I haven't been in, grade school in a long time, but how many other states there are we've added to the United States? I don't know. Maybe you can say in the comments how many states, right? But let's say this whole big plot of land, big old piece of land called the United States of America, right? It's divided into how many? 52 or 54. But some of those states could also be separated or divided by their political party. Like you got some red states, some blue states, some Democratic states, and some Republican states, right? That's segmenting. That's segmenting the United States based upon its political stance, right? This is what segmenting is. Segmenting, literally, in essence, segmenting is taking the whole of something and dividing it into specific groups. And I say this to say this. And I said that, whatever the saying goes, I said that to say this, that there are 8 billion people as a whole on this planet. How many? Let me say it again. 8 billion with the B. 8 billion people on this planet. And I need you to answer this question, this one question for me. Do you think that there's a product out there that 8 billion people would all be interested in? No, listen to me. Do you think there is a product created on this earth that you think 8 billion people want to buy? Do you think there's a product on this planet that 8 billion people would be interested in? Or that 8 billion people all like? I hope your answer is no. Because if not, they need to come get you and probably take you away to the insane asylum. Because there's not one single product on this planet that can please everybody. Not one. Not one single one. You can't name one that will please every single person, that every single person likes, that every single person is interested in, that every single person want to have. Not one product. Not one. And this is why it pains me when I ask entrepreneurs who their target audience is, who their customers are, and they tell me everybody. Everybody? Everybody cannot be your customer. Because again, we all don't like the same thing. What works for you may not work for me. What you like, I may not like. Right? So your product literally cannot be for everybody. You cannot service the whole entire market. You it's impossible. And if that's the case, don't you think you need to know who your product or service is actually for? Do you think if that's the case, then don't you think you need to know exactly who your product, who's interested in your product, who really truly value and want to buy your product? And the only way to do that is to divide the whole. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you how to do. I'm about to show you how to divide the whole, how to take 8 billion people and narrow it down to who your people are and who your customer are, who your ideal buyer is. So I hope you're taking notes. The first step to dividing the whole and finding your target market and in finding your people and finding your ideal customer is to gain awareness of what they call in marketing your TAM. 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 Something you probably never even heard of. But if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, I suggest that this is a word that you get used to because you need to know your TAM, which stands for total addressable market. Let me say it again. TAM stands for total addressable market. It represents the amount of revenue or sales a business could make if they were to sell their product or service to every potential customer in that market. If they were to sell their product to every potential customer in their industry, it's the biggest market size you can aim for, assuming you had no competition and that everyone who could buy does buy. It's the total opportunity you have. It's just think about it. Basically, it's the total opportunity you have in your industry. If you were to get every customer within your industry to buy from you. For instance, my wife sells makeup for a living, and her TAM is everyone that wears makeup. Let me say it again. So if my wife sells makeup for a living, so her TAM, her total addressable market is everyone that wears makeup. Well, let's say you sell meal planning or workouts for a living. Then everyone looking to get fit is your TAM. Everyone that's looking to get in shape is your TAM. Or let's say you Starbucks and you happen to sell coffee for a living. Then your TAM would be everyone. Your total addressable market will be everyone that drinks coffee. Everyone that drinks coffee is your target market. So my next question is, do you know your TAM? If you don't know your TAM, do me a favor. Pause this video and go either ask ChatGPT or Google it because you need to know it. You can simply go and ask ChatGPT. Like if you're my wife, you can say, I sell makeup. What is my total addressable market size? And ChatGPT will give you an answer. Or let's say you don't have the app and know how to get to it. Then Google it. Everybody knows how to Google it. Just go and Google. What is the percentage of people that wear makeup around the globe? What is the percentage of people that drink coffee around the globe? Whatever it is that you do, I don't know what it is that you do. Only you know. So all you got to do is go and Google whatever you do and ask Google what is the percentage around the globe of people that do this or do that or drink this or whatever it is, whatever it may be. And then once you get that percentage multiplied by 8 billion. Why 8 billion? It's because that's how many people on this planet. On this planet. And let's say you were my wife and you Googled that 40% of the global population wears makeup. Then you would take 8 billion and times it by 40%, and you will get your number. So in her case, it will be 3.2 billion people. That's her TAM. Her TAM would be 3.2 billion people. And let's say about 70, or let's say 50% of the people in the world drink coffee, right? And now the 8 billion people, 50% of 8 billion is what? 4 billion. So let's say 4 billion people, if you're Starbucks, is your TAM, your total addressable market. And I hope after you Google or whatever, however you got the number, I hope after you found these numbers out, I hope you have come to realize that these numbers are also too big. That these numbers, like in the billions, is also like selling to everybody. Trust me, you're not going to create a product that's going to serve 4 billion people. 4 billion. 4 billion. So again, it's impossible to try to please that many people. That's why you have to further segmentate. And further segmentating, further segmentating leads you to what marketers call your SAM. Your SAM is basically a portion of your TAM. So, for instance, because my wife knows her TAM and knows that she cannot please everyone that wears makeup, she has decided to focus and help people who like to wear bold colored makeup. So her SAM are those who like to wear bright and bold colored makeup. Again, her TAM is everyone that wears makeup, but her SAM are the people who like to wear bold and bright makeup. Or let's just say you're Starbucks and your TAM is everyone that drinks coffee, but your SAM is everyone that drinks dark roast coffee. Or in that case, if you're Dutch Bros, then your TAM is everyone that drinks coffee, but your SAM are the ones who like to drink mixed coffee drinks or fruity coffee drinks or whatever they make. But I hope you get the picture. Or let's say you sell courses and your TAM is everyone that loves self-development, but your SAM would be real estate. Or let's just say what I'm doing. Like I'm a teacher for a living, so everybody that likes to learn is my TAM. But but my SAM is entrepreneurs. I like to teach entrepreneurs how to better play the game in business. That's my SAM. I teach entrepreneurs, so my SAM is not everyone. I don't try to teach everyone. No, I only want to teach entrepreneurs and business owners how to scale their business. So that's my TAM. And I hope I have explained it well enough so that you understand the difference between your TAM and your SAM. And after understanding your TAM and your SAM, it's time to identify who your people are by taking a deeper look into your SAM so that we can find that sweet spot. That sweet spot. Because even again, your SAM is too big to try to go after. Because if you try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one, right? You cannot sell everybody everything. And then lots of people, when there's too many people beyond your resources, beyond your means, how you think you're going to reach them? That's why you got to still niche down your SAM to find that sweet spot. That sweet spot. That sweet spot is where you find your people. And the only way to find that sweet spot is to do some heuristic segmentating. There are 4 primary heuristic segments that your target audience or that your people or ideal customers will fall into: demographic segmentation, geographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, and behavioral segmentation. I hope y'all make sure y'all taking notes because this is how you find your sweet spot. This is how you find your people, the people who are for you, your ideal customer, the people you just gel with more, that just click with more, that you just vibe with more. This is how you find them. So I hope you're taking notes. I'm going to show both those of you who are already operating a business, and those of you who are about to start operating a business. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. Being a business owner is not easy. It's not a thoughtless game. You have to start being strategic in everything you do, and you have to know the numbers. So, for those of you who already have a business, let's start by taking a look at the top 20% of your customers, because they're going to tell you your story. They're going to tell us they're going to tell us how to find that sweet spot. They're going to tell us they're going to tell us who we gel. They're going to tell us which one of them that we gel with more. They're going to tell us who we need to be looking for. That's what these top 20% of the customers are going to tell us. And let's say last month you had 200 sales. And 20% of 200 is 40, right? 20% of 200 is 40. So that means 40 customers are going to be your top customers, right? So pick the 40 customers that bought the most from you, that liked that you got reviews for them, that loved you. So find those 40 people that will buy from you again, and that's recommending other people, and that's excited to place a review, and they just loyal to you. After taking a look at the top 20% of your customers, you're going to find similarities. You're going to find that they have similarities in a lot of things. You're going to find that they have similarities in age. Are most of your customers Gen Z? Are most of your customers millennials? Are most of your customers baby boomers? After taking a look at the top 20% of your customers, what age range do they fall into? Because majority of them, again, are going to fall into a certain age range. Are they Gen X? I mean, what are they? And not only that, you're going to find also similarities in their education. Are the majority, after taking a look at the top 20% of your customers, are they in high school? Are they in college? Are they done with school? I don't know. You know. You got to take a look at the data. And you're also going to find, are most of your customers, after looking at the top 20% of your customers, are they married? Are majority of them married? Or a majority of them not married? And after taking a look at the top 20% of your customers, what's their income? They're going to be similar in income. Are majority of your customers low income, middle income, or high income? What's their income level? Because they're going to be similar in these things. They're going to be similar in what they do. What do most of your people do? Are most of them stay-at-home moms? Are most of them teachers? Are most of them artists? Are most of them blue-collar workers? What are the top 20? What do the majority of the top 20% of your customers do? And what is the culture like in the top 20% of your customers? What's their environment like? Because it's all going to be similar. You want to know this because majority of them are going to have similar backgrounds. They're going to have similar racial backgrounds. They're going to have similar culture again. Or if you don't own a business and you ain't got any customers yet, then this is what I suggest you do. You go and study the businesses that are like yours, and you go and study their customers. Go study what their customers are saying on Instagram, on Facebook. Go study what their customers are saying on the platforms where you can buy stuff from. Go read the reviews on their website. Go look at the people that most engage with their content because that's their audience. And by you can literally go and study the audience of a similar business that's similar to yours, and you will find that majority of the people that engage with them are similar in age, similar in income, similar in culture, similar in race. And I don't like to use the race thing too much because I don't want you to get sued by the FTC, but because you cannot advertise to a certain group of people because that's discrimination, just so you know. But what I'm saying is that they're all going to have, majority of those businesses that are like yours are going to have similar traits. But again, after doing your research on those businesses that are similar to yours, what age? What age are they? Are they Gen Zs? Are they millennials? Are they baby boomers? Are the majority of them male or female? What's the majority of their income levels? Low, middle, or high? Are they blue collar workers? Are they teachers? Are they stay at home parent or a significant other? What is their culture like? What is their marital status? Why does this matter? Because a 25-year-old urban professional with 100K in income a year is likely to have different buying habits than a 45-year-old suburban mom with kids. That's why you should know this. And now that these 40 people, they're going to live in specific locations. And this is where we get geographic segmentation. This is where geographic segmentation comes in place. Geographic segmentation focuses on where your audience is located. It's about where your audience live, work, and play. Their geography can significantly impact buying behavior. What works in California might not work in New York or Texas. So after taking a look at the top 20% of your customers, right? This is for you business. This is for you of those of you who are already operating the business. So after taking a look at the top 20% of your customers, do most of your customers live in urban areas or rural areas? Do most of them live in the city or on the outskirts of the city? Do most of them live in high weather areas, tropical weather areas, or cold weather areas? Where do most of your people reside? What do majority of those 40 people reside at? Again, if you had 200 sales, 20% of 200 is 40, and your top 40 customers, you should know where they reside, where they live, right? And if you don't have this data, again, if you don't already have a business and you're already not up and running, if you're not already up and running and you're just now starting out and you don't have any customers yet, then again, that's why it's called market research for a reason. Again, go and look up and research the companies that have a similar business to yours and find out where most of those people, customers, live. Do they live in urban areas? Or again, do they live in rural areas? Do they live on the outskirts? Or do they live in the city? Where do most of the businesses that you've done research customers on live? That's similar to yours, right? Where do most of them live? Are you serving people who are in cold weather? Or are you serving people who are in tropical areas? Are you serving people who are in very hot areas? I don't know, somewhere like Arizona? Or are you serving someone like where it's like kind of tropical weather in San Diego? I don't know. Where are you serving people? You need to know where your customers are going to be located because majority of them are going to be located in specific areas. And I'm not just talking about physical locations either. I'm talking about digital locations too. Most of your people are not going to be spread across the whole entire internet. They're not going to be spread across they're not going to be everywhere on every single platform. No, they're only going to be on a few platforms. So if you're a business owner, then you need to find out what platform your people are hanging on. Are most of your people on Instagram or are most of your people on TikTok? Most of your people on LinkedIn or most of them on Facebook? Because all of them are going to be in the same place, in the same few places. They're not going to be everywhere again. So find out where your people are located. See, like I know most of my people are going to be on LinkedIn or YouTube. So because you're probably watching this video on YouTube or a clip of it on LinkedIn, or you might see a clip of it on Instagram. I don't know but I know a majority of my people are going to see my videos on YouTube or LinkedIn because that's where majority of my people are. Because those are a majority. That's because that's the platform where the people or my target audience or the people I click or gel with the most are. I know most of my wife people are on Instagram and TikTok, just like she knows. You got to know both of where your top 20% of your customers hang out offline and online. Location affects everything from the type of the product and how you market. These people are not only going to live in similar locations, but they're also going to be similar in how they look and how they act. Let me say it again. They're not only going to live, these people are not only going to live, majority of the people that buy from you are not only going to live in similar locations, but they're also going to be similar in how they look and in how they act. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is called psychographic segmentation. And psychographic segmentation just helps you connect with your customer on a more personal level. Psychographic segmentation helps you establish an emotional connection by looking deeper into who they are as a person. It goes beyond what they do and it looks at why they do it. This is about understanding what your audience values, what their lifestyles like, what their personalities are like. Like, is your audience health conscious? Do they value luxury? Do they value exclusivity? Are they motivated by taking risk? Or are they motivated by security? See, psychographic segmentation, it focuses on people's mindsets and who they are as a person. So what I'm saying is that majority of those 40 people are going to have similar personalities. Yeah, majority of the people that buy from you are going to have similar personalities. Are majority of the people that buy from you, are they introverted or are they extroverted people? Right? Is majority of the people that buy from you, are they confident or are they insecure? A majority of the people that majority of your top 20% of your customers, do majority of them like being loud or like being quiet? Do the majority of them thrive on success? Or do majority of them just go with the flow of life? How is their personality? Are they the type of people who let just anything come out of their mouth? Or are they the type of people that just sit back and don't say anything and just observe everybody? What is your audience personality like? Do they walk around knowing that they are that man or that they are that girl? What is their personality like? Because they're all going to have similar personalities. Do they have a nice personality, a mean personality? Or are they too cocky or too self-confident? Or are they too self-conscious? I mean, what is it? What is their personality? Because it's all going to look similar. They're also going to have similar values. Do they value their family? Do they value spending time with family? Or do they value spending more time with friends and being out partying? I mean, I don't know. But they're all going to have similar values. And they're all going to have similar beliefs. Do they all believe in God or do they not believe in God? Do they believe that when a woman steps out of the house, they should be beautiful? What do you believe? I don't know. But we're all going to have different beliefs. But it's going to be similar. But all the people that rock with you the most and that are loyal to you the most are going to have similar beliefs. They're also going to have similar hobbies and similar interests. Do they like traveling? Do they like sports? Do they like cooking? I mean, what are they interested in the most? What activities do they enjoy the most in common, right? Do they love gossiping? Do they love going to certain events? Do we love talking about a certain celebrity? What interests do y'all all have in common? Like, I know my wife's a Beyonce fan, and she's interested in anything that comes up about, guess what? Her girl, Beyonce. But then my wife's sister, Alana, she loves Nicki Minaj. So if the Beehive ever go up to Barb's, they always get into it. But that's their interest. That's who they love. Those are the people that they rock with. And those are the people they have an opinion about. As a matter of fact, most of our buying decisions are based on our opinions. Most of all buying decisions are based on opinions. Because if your opinion is that that brand sucks, you're never going to buy from them. If your opinion is that that they might be a little untrustworthy, you're not going to buy. If they have a bad perception or opinion about your brand, good luck getting anybody to buy from you. So your customers' opinions matter. They matter a lot. See, it don't matter the type of product that you create or type of service that you come up with that you think is genius. Because if your audience don't think it's genius and they don't buy it, they're the one that's going to be right, not you. You don't get to determine what the market likes or don't like. No, the people that buy and spend their hard-earned money determines what people like and what people are interested in. Right? But you need to find out people's true interests. Find out what are your people all have in common when it comes to specific interests. What do they have in common? Right? And then not only that, what is their lifestyles like? What is your people's lifestyles like? Because let me explain it to you like this. People who earn high income have different eating habits than somebody that earns that's on a low income scale. And I'm not saying about your class or your situation. I mean, please don't come at me about that. All I'm saying is that people who make more money eat different than people who make very little money. That's all I'm saying. They have a different lifestyle, different eating habits. Their day-to-day looks totally different. What does your customer's day-to-day look like? And what does it look like for majority of those top 20% customers? What does their day look like? Right? Are they stay-at-home moms? Are they stay-at-home dads? Are they tech savvy? Are they engineer? Are they creating? Are they meditating in the morning? What does their morning look like? What does their day-to-day look like? You got to know their lifestyle. Do they value always appearing to have all the exclusive stuff? That's why they pop out and show out, right? What is it? What is their lifestyle like? Are they family oriented? Do they just love to be around family? Do they just love to celebrate family and always want to be around family? What is their lifestyle like? Are they health conscious? Right? Are they very health conscious? Then they care about all the food that they consume. What goes in and out of their mouth? What comes in and out of their door? What is your customer lifestyle like? Because whatever their lifestyle is going to determine how you're going to reach them and where you reach them at. Because again, people who earn higher income eat at different restaurants than people who earn lower income. Not only that, they watch different TV shows. They do different things, all in general. And you got to think about that. People, like, you are who you are based upon the culture and the environment that you grew up in. But let's say you escaped that environment and you went on to find other environments to be better, right? And not only that, so many of the people surrounded around you have never experienced the environment that you came from, right? So they're going to have different interests than you have because maybe they didn't go through the struggle that you went through to get what you got. So maybe you may value other things a little bit more than they do, right? because they never had to go through what you went through. So all I'm saying is that, like, we need to study people's lifestyles. Study the majority of your customers' lifestyles and find out what their day looks like. Because guess what again? It's all going to be similar to the other 20%, top 20% of the customers. At the end of the day, psychographic segmentation helps you to connect emotionally with your people, with your tribe, with your target market, with your target audience by aligning your products and your message with your people's beliefs and with their lifestyle. The emotional connection can make people feel more loyal to your brand because they see it as aligning with their personal identity. But however, that's not less. But lastly, these people are going to have similar behavior traits, like how often they buy, how much they spend, when they buy things. Behavioral segmentation digs into what people actually do. This is about tracking the actions of every action that your audience take, both online and, listen to me, offline. What are they doing offline? Are you tracking, like, again, business is not a thoughtless game. It's a strategic game, and you got to be strategic if you want to win at this game. So you cannot be lazy in doing research so that you can stop wasting money on targeting the wrong people and start spending money on targeting the right people, which is going to bring you more money in return. This is why you got to focus on tracking your audience actions. Again, both online and offline. It's not enough to know just where someone lives or how much money they make. What are their habits? What websites do they visit? What social media platforms do they hang out on constantly? How often do they how often do they purchase products? Right? We need to know all this. And this is where data becomes your best friend. Because you need to know your customers' buying habits. Do they only shop during holidays or sales? Are they frequent buyers? Do they need to be frequent buyers because they run out of product that they have to use every month? How often someone buys something is a behavior that you need to know. Not only that, all the people your top 20% customers going to have similar loyalty. Are they loyal to specific brands? Take a look. Their loyalties are going to be spread thin. They're going to be loyal to certain people and certain companies and unloyal to other people and certain companies and certain behaviors. Who are those people loyal to? Right? And how do you find out who these people are loyal to? That's easy. Just a quick social media search. All you go, like, literally go on Instagram, TikTok, wherever your audience hang at, and figure out and go look at the content that they engage with most. Because this is a part of their behavior, right? Go look at the content that they engage with the most. Right? Look at the content. What are they liking? What videos are they sharing? What are they commenting under? What are they commenting under? Right? You need to know these things. Why you need to know these things? Because it teaches you your customers' behavior. If you know that most of your customers engage with certain content, why wouldn't you create and do more of that content? I don't get it. I don't get why we like to do things. We like to do more of things that don't work instead of doing more of the things that do work. See, we get caught up with boring because it's working. If it's working, you're supposed to do more of it, not trying to figure out a way to do less of something that doesn't already work and try to come up with something that you haven't even figured out if it worked yet, instead of doing more of that one little thing that works and stopping everything else. Like, pay attention to customers' behavior. If they engage with this type of content, why don't you create that type of content? Because again, you're not creating content for you. It's for them. Not for you, for them. Right? It's imperative that you know what websites your customers go to often, what stores they visit when they're not online, what events they attend. You should know all this. This is behavior you should know. What are your people searching for? I mean, you can literally ask them. Like, if you don't have this information, you can literally ask your customer. Like, like it blows my mind that you literally have the data that you need to increase your business right at your fingertips, but we don't even use it. Like, you can, you can, beyond just going data searching or market research, you can literally just ask your customer, why'd you buy from me? What made you buy from me? And the people that, like, you ask those 40 people, your top 20 customers, your top 20% customers, why they bought from you, you're going to hear a similar answer. You're going to get a similar answer. You're going to see a pattern in the way that these people answer about why they bought from you or what made them buy from you. But all you got to do is ask. Literally, quick Instagram, quick DM. Hey, I just want to know, I saw that you purchased this. What made you purchase that? Like, that's a quick DM. Like, why would you not do that? To understand your audience more. Like, I don't know if you know, but like Amazon, Instagram, Facebook, all these platforms that use machine learning and learning your interests, your behavior, and what you like. Like, once you buy something, do you know, like, once you buy something on Amazon, do you know why you see more or similar products of the thing that you bought? Because you feeding that thing data about who you are and what you want and what you need. Like, when you like something, that's why when you like something on Facebook and Instagram, you're telling them what content you want put in front of your face. I hope you don't think that the content that shows up in front of your face shows up by accident. No, once you like something, Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, whatever it is, wants to show you more of the thing that you want to see. Behavior segmentation. Behavior segmentation. These algorithms know you more than you know yourself. It's because they study who you are. And they know what to put in front of you when it needs to be. When it needs to be put in front of you. They know what time, like, they know when you most likely to buy something. Because guess what? They study your buying habits. They might know that you more likely to buy at night. Or you might more likely to buy in the morning while your location's at work. I promise you they know all of that. And that's why they hit you with an ad almost at the right time. I mean, probably most of the time at the right time. Because they've studied your behavior. And if you own a business, you got to be on the same thing. I'm sorry. Remember, again, this is not a thoughtless game. You got to be on what Amazon's on. You got to be on what Instagram on. You got to be on what Facebook is on, especially if you plan to grow in this digital age. This is not an industrial age business anymore. If you're doing a lot of things that don't work, buddy, you're going to get left behind. If you're not studying who your customer is, if you don't know who your ideal customer is, you're going to get left behind. But after looking at all this data, whether going through your own analytics, going through your own numbers, or doing market research, you should now understand your customer demographics, your customer geographics, your customer behavior, and your customer psychographics. You should be able to understand all these things. Let me say it again. After going, but after going through all of this data, whether you got the data from your own analytics, running through your own numbers, or you got the data from doing market research, you should understand by now your customer demographics, geographics, psychographics, and behavior, right? And once you begin to understand these things, it begins to help you to understand the people you are serving in a better capacity or a better light. But now that you have this data, you have to combine these segments, right? You have to combine all these segments: demographics, psychographics, behavioral graphics, geographics. You combine them all because no one single segment tells you the full story. No single segment tells you the full story. So by combining these segments, you gain an understanding of who your audience is, where they are, what they do, and how they do it. Let me break down what I'm talking about. Let's say that the top 20% of your customers, which is the 40, right? And let's say you own a boutique selling eco-friendly athleisure wear, right? And let's say that majority of them demographically are women aged between 25 and 40 years old. Geographically, they primarily live in urban areas in North America. In behavioral graphically, however you want to say it, they're health conscious, which leads them to shop online. And psychographically, they care about sustainability and they willing to pay more for environmental friendly products, right? Well, let me give you another example. Let's say you own a skincare company, and after looking at your analytics or after looking at your numbers, you finally understood that your demographics were women aged between 25 again and 40 years old, middle income, with a focus on a professional career. Geographically, they live in urban areas, coastal-like cities with sunny climates, right? And then, behavior, they're loyal. They're loyal to premium brand. They're frequent shoppers doing skin care sales, right? And psychographically, they're health conscious. They prioritize self-care. They care about clean ingredients. Let me give you another example because I just want to dig this all the way in. Well, let's just say that you own a fitness apparel company, right? And your segment, and you find after looking at all the numbers, you find that in the segment demographically, you serve men and women between the age of 18 and 35 with moderate to high income, right? So they all make over six figures, right? And geographically, they live in large cities and they have high interest in fitness trends. They have a high interest in fitness trends, right? Or behavior, they go to the gym all the time, right? They frequently visit the gym, right? They're frequent buyers of athleisure wear because they want to look good in the gym, of course. And then psychographic, they're active. They're adventurous. They prioritize health and fitness as a lifestyle. This is how they live their day-to-day life. This is what they do every day. So when you're studying these profiles, now you can see like this is the person. Like for my wife, she sells luxury makeup. She knows that the women that she goes after are affluent women between the ages of 25 and 45 years old, probably live in a household that has more than six figures in income, who are family oriented, who have daughters, right? Like this is just like naming it. But she knows exactly who a customer is and who she needs to target and the people that buy from her. She's a bubbly person, right? So she naturally want to attract other bubbly people. And not only that, she's a baddie. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman, right? So naturally she attracts other beautiful women, but she knows those are part of her customer base. But anyway, finding your audience is not about casting a wide net and hoping for the best. That don't work. They used to do that back in the day when only three cable stations. And still, That wasn't even efficient. Talking to millions of people, but you only get 10,000 to buy. It's not pretty efficient. It's about using data, insight, and segmentation to focus your efforts on the people who are most likely to buy from you and can buy from you. That's what it's about. When your audience feels you understand them, they're more likely to trust you and engage with your brand and ultimately make a decision to buy from you. That's why once you put all this together, you will find your people. You will start finding your tribe. You will start being able to locate your target audience, who your market truly is. The people who love to buy from you, who love to do business with you because y'all just gel together. It's like almost like it's the perfect double thank you. Like you're happy they bought and they're happy they bought from you. Like thank you and you like thank you, the double thank you, right? Y'all both are very, very, very happy. The customer says thank you and you say thank you. How can it get any better than that? So focus your energy where your people are. And the only way to find where your people are is to do a little segmenting. And I hope I explained it well enough for you to understand how to segment so that you can find the people who are for you. But lean into those spaces where they are. Remember, your people don't hang out on every platform. They're not all over the internet. They hang out only in a few places. So go find those places where they are because they're not everywhere. And the rest, leave it up to the birds. And that's all I have for you today, folks. But the goal is always is to learn at a rapid pace so that you can become a strategic plan player in this game called life. Peace out.